Welcome back to Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance. Alright, let's begin. We're going to start, I think we're going to start with Alex. We know how the game plays. We've done 3 missions already, so we're just going to get right into the dice rolling. Let's see what happens. We did all the intro and setup in the last episode. If you want to watch the first one, it'll set everything up for you. But this episode, we're getting right into gameplay. I think we are going to start with Alex. I kind of want Alex driving the truck. I want our Terminator in the gunner position, and I want our sniper, Kyle Reese, kind of out running around picking off enemies. That's going to be the plan. Is it going to work? Probably not, because it's a dice game. Alright, let's get rolling the 4 dice for Alex and see what he's got to work with. Alright, we're rolling up the 4 blue dice for Alex, and he... oh my goodness, that's... Do we want to blow a command token already to re-roll the 2 2s and the 1? You know what? I think we are just going to live with that. Alright, let's get to the board and see what he wants to do. Alright, I really kind of want him to pop this crate, and so we're going to... oh man, this is so horrible. We're going to use the 6 for movement. He's not going to use all 6 movement. We just want to get him adjacent to the crate. Oh man, this is going to be tough to do. I got stuff all over the place. So for his first move action, he can move up to 6 spaces. Well, he's just going to go 1, 2, and 3. And now he's beside the crate. So he'll just use the 1, because he has his special ability on his player mat, which says, for interact, it's a special, when this die, when interacting with an action space, set the die face to any value. So he just can take the 1 and turn it into a 6 if he wants. So we'll do that, which means he can interact with that crate. And it means the crate goes away. He pops it open. We're going to be pulling 2 cards off the equipment deck, which I'm going to back the camera out for, and see what he gets. Alright, we're going to pull... we'll give this a shuffle first. So this is just the top part of the equipment deck, and it's got the level 1s and 2s in it. There's a huge, huge pile of equipment cards. And after this scenario, we're going to be adding in the level 3 as well. Alright, 2 cards off the top. And we're going to see what he has scrounged from that crate. Let's hope he gets a weapon. He gets night vision goggles. Equipment. Ooh, what is this? When attacking an enemy further than 4 hexes away, discard this card to change 1 skull result to a hit and ignore all other skull results. Wow! Ooh, that would be a perfect one for Kyle and his sniper rifle, or an EMP mine. Place the EMP mine token in your hex, and any time an enemy moves, you remove the token to stun all enemies. You know what? Night vision goggles. These are just awesome, so we're going to take those. Unfortunately, Alex doesn't have any extra hands to carry all of this stuff, so we're going to have him dump his EMP grenade, and this also gets discarded because it's, yeah, so we're going to discard that. Oh man, I got to try to do this. It's going to be difficult, and we're going to put this into his equipment slot. Alright, that was his first couple actions. He has a couple of 2s left, so let's figure out what he wants to do with those. Alright, Alex has a pair of 2s left. He'll use 1 for his second movement, and he'll try to... I think he's going to move up here 1, 2, and then he's going to hop over the barrels next time and get to the truck. We're going to take this 2, though. We're going to put that in his special action location. And it basically says, this die must match an enemy entrance. Any character can discard this die to use its value instead of one of the reinforcement die results. Because remember, if we roll a 6 during reinforcements, we have to start ticking up the enemy surge. So if we roll a 6, we can replace it with a 2 and spawn an enemy at location 2 instead. Also, we have a 4 location spawn right here. If we roll a 4, we could swap that out for a 2 to keep our enemies farther away from us to start with. Okay, and speaking of enemies, that was Alex's all of his dice allocation. So now it's time for him to roll up spawning, and he'll be rolling 2 dice. Alright, 2 dice for spawning. Let's give him a shake, and what does Alex get? He gets a 5 and a 6. Oh man, so the 5 is nothing. However, the 6, exactly what I was talking about. We can either add 1 to the enemy surge track, or we can spawn an enemy at 2. You know what? There's already 3 enemies at 2. And here I'm going back on what I said. we're going to take the 6 and we're going to live with it. So he's going to be spawning his next enemy. Alex's next enemy is a T-800. So the T-800 is not going to come out. We're not going to, yeah, because we could swap that for the 2. All right, let's just add 1 to the enemy surge. And we have our first enemy surge track moving. Ooh. All right, we already have 3 enemies here. All right, now it's time to activate Alex's enemies. There's only one that he has, and it is a hunter-killer sitting here. So I'm going to zoom the camera out, and it's going to be trying to head its way. It has a movement of 8 and a shoot distance of 2. It's not going to get to anybody, but it's going to try. All right, Alex's hunter-killer is going to move. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be flying this way to try and get up and over here to where our resistance fighters are. And it has a range of 2. It's not going to be able to shoot. Boom! That's the end of Alex's turn. No enemies are going to be shooting. All right, who do we want to have going next? I think we are going to have our Guardian Terminator go next. All right, we're going to roll up our 4 dice for our Guardian Terminator. Maybe we'll get him moving the truck. Oh, gosh. Now that is what I call a nice roll. Wow, 3 6s and a 2. I like it. All right, let's get those dice on the board to see what our Guardian Terminator is going to do. I think our Guardian Terminator is going to hop in the truck and get it moving. I think that might be actually quite a good idea. So we're going to take 6 for movement for him. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he's going to hop into the driver's seat. And then I'm just going to readjust the camera because then I think he's going to use the truck driver's seat and another one of these dice. All right, let's consult the truck driver's seat card. Figure exactly what we're going to do here. All right, so driver's seat, which is where our Terminator is. There's 2 spaces. So he moved into the driver's seat. He could drive the truck twice. Oh, I think we might do that. All right. And he's got a 6, so at any time during this movement, you may destroy one adjacent enemy or obstacle. Love it. That is sounding pretty good. So there's 2. He can use 2 6s on there if he wants and destroy obstacles. So he's going to put, of course, 1 on the truck for driving. So he can move the truck up to 6 spaces. I think he's going to blast this obstruction out of the way so that Alex has a clear run next time. So he's going to go 1. And that's going to hit this and destroy it. And he's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, destroying this one. Oh no, he can only do 1, 5, and then 6. All right. Did that move at 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on a second. I'm going to double check that. You can't rotate the truck. I think that was his first movement of 6. He still has 1 more. All right, he can actually get here for 6 and take out this obstacle and just rearrange. So he's actually 1 farther along. Now, I think he's going to go ahead and use the other 6 for movement, which means he can blast another obstacle at any time during his move. So he's going to go 1 to here and blast this out of the way, crushing it. He's a crazy driver, this guy, but we'll take it. Oh, man. There's not much room to do everything. 1, he's going to go 2, and he's going to park it right there. We don't want to jump into this zone because we got a waypoint there, and I don't know what it is, and everyone else is so far away. And so with that finished, he is then going to use his final die for his own movement, and he's going to hop out of the truck and go 1, 2, and hang out right on the side of the truck. And the reason he's going to be doing that, I think next time he might try to pop over here and get that crate. Again, the enemies are pretty far away, so that's all good. All right, that was our Guardian Terminator's turn. He really motored that truck along. I like it. And now it is time for him to roll for spawning. All right, spawn enemies time. Let's see what we get for our Guardian Terminator. And we get a 2 and a 3. Well, the 3 does not exist. The 2 does. All right, so the 2 for him, his next enemy coming up is a T-800. So let's put that on the board. All right, so at location 2, another T-800 shows up. So now we got 2 of them there. They have a movement of 4. He also has 1 hunter-killer up at spawn point 1. Well, let's move these guys first. They're going to try to cut across this area. Actually, they're going to try to go through here and up and around, I think. Or actually, no, they're going to head up here. I'm going to zoom the camera out a little bit so you can kind of see where these guys will probably try and head to. All right, if we take a look here, it's actually a longer distance to go through here and up and around than it is to go out this location. So these guys, and all of them are considered in either of these 2 squares. So for 4, they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second T-800 will then go 1, 2, 3, or it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it'll go 4 to there. So they're trying to come around the big memory computer banks and then head on out towards the truck, which is actually the closest. All right, that was those enemies moving. Of course, they have a range of 6, and there's no way they can even get anywhere. The truck is... oh, hang on. 1, 2... Oh, no, this blocks line of sight because it's red. And this guy technically has a shot, but he's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, there's a wall here. What am I talking about? There's a wall right there. So no, they have no shot whatsoever. All right, we do have 100 killers top of the board to move yet. And the truck is the closest, of course. So these guys can move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flying towards the truck, but it only has a range of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. There's no way it could take a shot. And that's the end of our Guardian Terminator's turn. Up last, Kyle Reese. And now, of course, Kyle is about 6 miles behind. We'll get everybody spread out. It's probably just a great strategy. All right, let's get Kyle moving. Oh, and the truck's going to block line of sight for shooting. Okay, interesting. Let's get his dice and see what he gets. Ooh, he's got some really nice dice here. 3, 4, and 2 5s. All right, let's get to the board and have him activating. All right, Kyle's got to catch up to the truck. The Terminator just drove it right off. So Kyle's going to use a 5 for his first move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he is going to use a 4 for his second movement. He's doing 2 moves in a row. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And when he's there, he has a 5 and a 3 left. So I think he's going to shoot twice. But I'm going to show you what he's doing with his shooting. Alright, Kyle can't move anymore. But he does have a bead because you can go from any corner of this to any corner of the... So he has a bead on the red hunter-killer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away. But if we take a look at his lovely Sniper Rifle Mark III, it has a range of 5 to 12. So no problem to hit it. Rolling 4 attack dice. If he uses a 4, 5, or 6, each of your fist results adds 2 hits in addition to the triggered abilities. His triggered ability... if he rolls a fist symbol, he gets a +1 hit. So that's pretty awesome. But he's rolling 4 dice. All right, let's take a shot at that hunter killer. We're going to use the 3, and his other special ability, if you played along here, is he can add or subtract 1 from the value of the die when he uses an attack action. So he's going to change it to a 4. The 4 on the sniper rifle gives him those special abilities. Alright, let's get him shooting at the hunter-killer with a sniper rifle. Alright, I think he should be able to pop this guy off. Well, let's have a look. 4 dice. And, oh god, yeah. So the hunter-killer gets to dodge 1 hit. Oh, and the sniper does an extra wound as well. That might become important if we run into any bosses. I don't know if we do in this scenario. I'm sure we probably do. So he is going to dodge 1 hit. So Kyle gets 1. He gets 2 hits, but he has a fist symbol, which means he gets an extra hit because he's Kyle, so that's 3, and he gets 2 more for the sniper rifle, is 5. 5 hits and an extra wound, so 5 hits. This guy dodges 1 hit, 4 hits, and only has a 2 defense. The hunter-killer's absolutely sniped off. Oh man, Kyle with that sniper rifle is absolutely deadly. Alright, well that was Kyle sniping off the 1 hunter-killer. Unfortunately, he doesn't have line of sight really to anybody else. And he's got a die remaining, which I don't even think he can use for anything. He's got a 5. Let me double check. He cannot shoot at this guy. He has no line of sight, no line of sight. No line of sight, like just no line of sight to any other enemies. So let me figure out if he's going to have to just waste that die or whether he's going to use it for something. Alright, taking a look at all his abilities and everything. He's mostly a shooter, gunner, and with a 5 he really has nothing else he can do. He can't rest, so he's basically just that die is not going to do anything for him. He will pass now. It's the end of his turn. And now we are to roll his dice for possible spawning of enemies. Alright, 2 dice, and enemy spawn time. Are we going to get anything for Kyle? We get a 2 and a 4. That is 2 enemies coming out onto the board. Ooh, and for Kyle, that's Hunter Killer. And another Hunter Killer. Next up for him will be a T-800, and then those T-72s are sneaking their way on. Alright, so at spawn point 2, we're going to put a Hunter Killer, and at spawn point 4, we get a Hunter Killer. Alright, I'm just going to place them on the board first. So at 2, we get 1 Hunter Killer, and then at 4, we get a Hunter Killer. Alright, so we would get a Hunter Killer at 4, but remember, we put the 2 in Kyle's special ability slot, which means, yes, we can change the 4 to a 2, and we'll get another Hunter Killer out at 2. Wow! So we got, that saves Kyle from being shot at, of course, because if they come out at 4, it would have been able to get a beat on them. Alright, let's get moving all the Hunter Killers on the board. For Kyle, he has a lot of them. Alright, we may as well start at the top of the board. So we got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's on its way to try and shoot at the Terminator and the truck. It has only a range of 2, so that's not going to happen. The other Hunter Killers actually are closer to go out through this location, so they're all going to swarm out through here to try to hit the truck. Alright, so we got 3 of them. Wow, so they're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess 7. And this one, wow, they are just swarming out of here. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it will try to get, it can't go through, of course, the red square. So that's basically where they're going to park themselves. No shots against anybody. That's awesome. That's the end of Kyle's turn. So basically, we're at the end of our episode for today. So I guess we'll just wrap it up here. No end of turn effects that happen. We have 1 enemy surge. Ooh, that's actually not good. But we are in, wow, this is so much. What we need to do is drive the truck up here and then get someone in the gunner position to just start unloading with the gun on the truck. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes, dislikes, participation of any kind. It really helps out my channel. Really appreciate it. This is Terminator Genisys Rise of Resistance. We're playing Mission 4, Breaching the Gate. And yeah, wow, we get a lot of Hunter Killers on the board. We'll see what happens next time. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the continuation.